We're back into the action for the Pit Bike Vets and Minibike 160s again for the second race grid. It's looking like the riders coming into position, according to the grid I've got in front of me, it should definitely be the Treble 7 in pole position. And I can see that Michael Med is there. Philip Lawson should be there. I tell you what, the 83 Dean Kinsey is a little further forward, so this looks like the Eric Morecambe Grieg's Piano Concerto starting grid, doesn't it? All the bikes and riders are there, but not necessarily in the right order. So Michael Med going to start it from the pole. Dean Kinsey and Mark Sugden are going to give chase. Watch for the 164 of Tony Reveley. The green flag is up, and we are under starters orders. A perfect run from Michael Med through to the first hairpin. Lovely job. And the 83 Dean Kinsey works forward into second position. Good lean angle through the first hairpin as riders starting to gain a bit of confidence up the inside. That's Bednarek trying to work his way forward, having had a difficult first race. He doesn't want a difficult second encounter. Up over the top of the crest, diving through on the inside, holding a very determined stance there. As we can see, the track is still in the drying phase. There are a couple of spots of rain every now and then on the camera lens, but it's certainly not raining at the moment consistently enough for the riders to be concerned about it. Whether that will change or not, well, this is Three Sisters at Wigan, and the rain can change here before you can blink. So Med is your leader. Bednarek having charged his way back now into second place in front of Dean Kinsey. So this is a terrific charge forward again from Jack Bednarek. Up Pented Climb, and then dropping down Coward Summit. It's getting pretty hectic behind the podium. Wait for this trio. Here they come. This is for fourth position, and that is Sugden, Reveley, Med, and Nektarios Katakis, who's got a much stronger bike underneath him this time than he had earlier. It's still the same one. They've just been tweaking it ever so slightly. It looks like it's a bit of a thunderbolt now. So Sugden, Reveley, Katakis and Med dueling over fourth place. Is that going to be the chance for Med on the inside? No, it's not. Michael Med is leading. Robert Med is trying to work his way further forward, nice and steadily. Eighth place for Peter Nelson. Then it is Garrick, McRae and Barry Clark, and it's only the 11 of them that are currently out there battling away, as we have a couple of absentees by the look of it. I can't see Dave oh, somebody just flew off the road there in the background. I couldn't quite make out who that was, but certainly one rider finding out that the road suddenly disappeared. Now we may see a rider just tumble down the timesheets fairly quickly. I'll tell you what, Nektarios Katakis, however, has taken this as a golden opportunity to make something special happen. Coming up over the top of Pented Climb, and again they drop down. So far so good for Sugden and Reveley. Nektarios Katakis still holding sixth place in front of Robert Med. And somebody just skating clean off the road. I couldn't quite see who that was though, that's the problem. I think it might have been Nelson, Peter Nelson, who dropped back behind Max McRae. So I think he got away with that one. Barry Clark in 10th position, and Ryan Garrick there in 11th. But I tell you who the man who is worth the punt at the moment is on the inside. Tony Reveley gets through on Mark Sugden. That's for fourth place. That's a significant change. But there could be another significant change coming, because Jack Bednarek is now only 0.8 of a second back from our leader, Michael Med. So that could change hands fairly soon as well. There's Dean Kinsey. Then it's Reveley, Sugden, Katakis, Med in front of McRae and Peter Nelson. Tony Reveley having been on the move. Now there it is. There is the battle between Michael Med and Jack Bednarek. This is the battle we should have got a little earlier on between these two. At least we get it in the second encounter. The braking zone, turning in, and the gap is down to just 0.4 of a second now between Med and Bednarek. Kinsey has a bit of breathing space in third. Whoops-a-daisy. Bit of a moment out of the final turn there for Mark Sugden. And that costs him 2, 3, I think 4 places overall, because, well no, 3 places, because Reveley, McRae and Robert Med have all got through. He's just about kept Nektarios Katakis at bay over the line, but he hasn't done it further round the lap. So he does indeed fall to 8th position behind Nektarios Katakis, but fortunately for him for the moment, ahead of Peter Nelson and Barry Clark. So there is Kinsey. There's Reveley. There is Robert Med and Max McRae, still trying to work their way around this course. Dean Kinsey just taking it nice and carefully in third position. The problem is Med and Bednarek have pulled 10 seconds clear up front, and that's Bednarek in front. He's got the move on Michael Med. So Jack Bednarek is definitely making up for the lost time of earlier on. He he's got himself into the lead of the race, having stormed his way back. Jack Bednarek is back. So through they come into position at the Valley hairpin again. Michael Med is there, looking for a chance to get through. He takes a slightly wider line than Jack Bednarek. They go up to the S's, through the right, through the left, to finish off that little part of the course, and then they break into the long flowing left square and into the long right-hander of Luna Bend. This is a great run from Jack Bednarek, definitely making up for what he did earlier. Whoa! Michael Med almost threw the race away in second place. A proper little snap as he came out of Luna Bend. He's lucky that that didn't go high side. So Kinsey, third position in front of Tony Reveley, then Max McRae, Robert Med, Nectarios Katakis, Mark Sugden, Peter Nelson, Barrett Clark and Ryan Yarrick. But these battles aren't over. Tony Reveley is really going to struggle to keep Max McRae behind him at this current rate. And this is the battle for sixth between Med, Katakis and Sugden. Katakis is at the back of the queue, for the time being at least. Could really help his cause. So there is Max McRae. Here is the duel behind. Robert Med hanging on in front. It's Dave Cook, the man on the bike in front of him, but Dave Cook for some reason is not transponding. So it's Cook, Med and Nectarios Katakis. So they are actually running for 6th, 7th and 8th, those three. And Med and Katakis are actually 7th and 8th. On the inside of Dave Cook. No, you don't. Dave Cook on the 78 bike still holding his position. Not going to exceed, not going to accept defeat lying down particularly quickly. So there is the 83 of Dean Kinsey in front of Tony Reveley and Max McRae. Then it is Robert Med, Nectarios Katakis dueling for this particular accolade with Dave Cook. Bednarek, having got past Michael Med, has now been able to stretch out 2.6 seconds clear on his opponent. 3 wide, this will be interesting. Nectarios Katakis has got to allow the two boys, Med and Cook, to get through without incident. Unfortunately they do, but so too do Tony Reveley, Max McRae. I think that was Dean Kinsey in the mix there as well in third position. Well, these boys are certainly having a good run as they come onto the main straight one more time. Bednarek is 4.7 clear of Michael Med. This is definitely going according to plan for him. Tony Reveley, Dean Kinsey, McRae, Robert Med, Nectarios Katakis going for it. Oh, and that's 2 bikes down. 2 bikes have gone down there on the road. Now, that's a bit of a mess, unfortunately. So 2 bikes have tangled together, and that looks to me like they are Tony Reveley and Dean Kinsey. So they were the 2 riders battling over 3rd position. They have tangled and come together. The red flags are out. So Reveley and Kinsey, that definitely looks to me like the 164 bike there. And it was Dean Kinsey that he was dueling with, so the 2 of them have come down together. Now, fortunately for both men, they will take that a lap back. So Bednarek will get the victory from Med, Reveley, Kinsey and Max McRae ahead of Dave Cook and Robert Med. But a very dramatic end to a fairly straightforward charge back from Jack Bednarek. The red flag comes out, but he does take the win as this race will not be restarted.